August 2008 was an interesting month in which to launch a business. And if you were in the world of work at that time, then you will remember all too well the pandemonium that ensued with the global financial crisis. I'd made a decision some months before to leave my job and to embark on my own journey as an independent professional speaker, coach and facilitator. And took some time off over the summer, did some teaching on a summer program, teaching international relations in Oxford, in Paris and in Florence. It was a wonderful experience, before then spending some time travelling in Morocco with Jenny, my then girlfriend, now wife. And today, 12 years on, we have two lovely children, Freya and Isaac, aged 8 and 6. And more on them in a moment, actually, because they're relevant for the reasons for my doing this blog post. But the business launched on the 28th of August. I remember very clearly. And if you're an entrepreneur, or if you've had perhaps set up your own business at some point, then you'll know it's a bit like for a stand-up comedian, or perhaps for a professional speaker. You remember the day when you get your first paycheck for being paid to speak, or indeed as a business owner, the day when you launched. And I remember it very clearly. It's right there in my bank statement. And of course, within a matter of days, Lehman Brothers went under, and there was some really appalling headlines, and of course some massive difficulties for people over the months and the year or two that ensued. But I remember even then, back in September 2008, thinking this is going to be interesting. Not that I was looking to particularly work with or in investment banks, although I had done some sessions over the years in that sector. But nevertheless, it was clear that this was something that was going to really affect many, many people well beyond the world of financial services. And I found myself wondering whether we're at that kind of point right now, actually, just in the last few days, with the sort of headlines coming out of Italy, and of course with the reaction across a number of countries around the world, and what's coming out from the senior medical advisors and so on here in the UK. I'm finding myself thinking this is going to be interesting. Now, it may be that it's going to be very acute but very brief. It could be that it's something which has a serious impact in terms of people's way of life over the next couple of months or so, and then things return to normal, but perhaps really quite quickly. I'm the son of a doctor, and have already had more than one helpful conversation with my father about putting all of this kind of stuff in perspective, in terms of one's own lifestyle and the importance of washing hands and so on, but not getting too hysterical about it, because it's one of many illnesses that we have to deal with all the time. Nevertheless, it does feel like it's going to be quite interesting, not least because of the potential economic fallout as a result of what's happening at the moment, and who knows what will happen, how it will play out. Already I've seen a number of cancellations, both events that I was due to speak at, as well as cancellations or postponements of coaching engagements for clients for whom their presentations or conferences have been postponed. And so therefore, of course, there's a delay on the need for the coaching to prepare for that. And that's unsurprising, it's entirely understandable. And of course, as a result, it prompts me, as it has done for many speakers and coaches and facilitators across the UK, I know, to take a step back and reassess, and to think really quite hard and carefully now about the importance of what can be done virtually. I'm fortunate already to have done lots and lots of Skype coaching, Zoom coaching, telephone coaching, e-critiques over the years, completely remotely. Some clients I've never actually met. There's a couple of clients I've never even seen because we've only spoken on the phone or liaised on email. So there's that sort of heritage. So that gives me some confidence absolute confidence in the value of coaching remotely. It can work very, very well, provided there's a clear focus, as well as, of course, product offerings. And again, like I'm sure a number of experts around the country, I feel fortunate to have invested the time in producing a comprehensive online video program called High Impact Speaking, which I know that there'll be more I can do to make that available to people. Doesn't require me to be in the room, or indeed other people to be in the room with the viewer. It's something which people can access as and where they wish to online. So of course, all these sort of things go through one's mind. What kind of changes can one make, or improvements can one make to develop those areas, so that one can continue to have an impact and be of value, even if many people are needing to stay at home. But here's what I'm coming to. In taking stock, taking a step back, I find myself dealing with all sorts of humdrum things here at my office in South London that I might have put off because they weren't particularly important. It's certainly non-urgent, but yeah, it's almost like sort of clearing the decks a bit for a new chapter, because the next few weeks and months, I think, irrespective of how things play out, is going to be it's going to be interesting. And I'm struck by my need and desire to really get in the right mindset for that. And that's meant thinking about the choice of music. I had Florence and the Machine playing a moment ago, put it on silent just now, of course, for this video. But thinking about what I want to have on the walls, and just reminding myself of what in the end this is all about. You know, it's almost like emotionally regrouping and thinking, right, come on, here we go. Here we go. This is important. This is a deal. I had the same experience when rupturing my Achilles tendon a little over 2 years ago, thinking, wow, this is going to be seriously disruptive for a good number of months. I've got to get myself in the right mindset. And one of the things, of course, that struck me relates to our children, because they are a big part of my why, in Simon Sinek terms, start with why, as a reminder to me of why what I do and matters. Well, you know, it's cards like this from our children are just a reminder to me, and a lovely note from our daughter in here, for example. This is from Father's Day, of course, a while ago. I loved reading Harry Potter with you. You know, my daughter and I read the first 3 novels of Harry Potter to her out loud, and she's fallen in love with the series. It's just wonderful. She's read The Goblet of Fire, and she's reading Order of the Phoenix on her own now, and it's really. I look at these 2 cards that our children have written, and I treasured them before, but now they somehow take on a new significance. So it's something to consider. I found myself digging through all sorts of things and boxes of stuff, and actually thinking, do you know what? That actually, I think I need that right now. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to use that, and I might even be putting on the wall somewhere in my office something which I've had and take pride in, but I've not actually found a place for yet, which is the Certificate for the Freedom of London, which I was privileged to receive back in 2013. I think I need to find an appropriate home for that on the wall, because what we surround ourselves by has such an impact on our mindset, doesn't it? And if we can go into challenging times with the right mindset, being positive, thinking, right, yes, I know that there's some difficulties here, but what can I do? What can I actually make happen here? And what do I need around me, and who do I need around me that can help me really move forward and make a difference to people that matter? So that's where I am right now. We'll see about this, how things unfold. But whatever your circumstances, whether you're watching this in the office or perhaps at home, I stay healthy, stay well, and look forward to connecting soon. By the way, if you're watching this anywhere other than on my website, then check out simonbucknall.com. That's my digital home online. And if you are open to the idea of something face-to-face, then I am running open courses this year. I'm recording this in early March. The next open course, half-day, there'll be 2 half-day sessions running on the 26th of March. So if you're interested, then check out simonbucknall.com. Under courses, there's a section with details on that. But equally, if you just want to connect online, then it would be a pleasure. You can connect with me, contact me via my website. But wherever you are, whatever your circumstances, surround yourselves with the right people, with the right things to really ensure your mindset is in the right place. Go get them.